Hey everybody, welcome back to another one of our Langmuir Systems videos. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be showing off our brand new V2 touch probe. The V2 is much more accurate, much more consistent compared to V1. So what we've done in this video is we've set up a series of tests in order to help show off the extra accuracy and the extra consistency. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be touching off on this 1, 2, 3 block, and we're going to be comparing the results from one test to the other. So let's zoom in and take a look. Alright, so what we have here is we have our 1, 2, 3 block set up in the machine, and what we're going to be doing is we have G54 set up. I'm going to be running a boss cycle on this 1, 2, 3 block in order to find the exact center. What we're going to do is we're going to run G54 first, and then after that we're going to run another boss cycle with G55, and we're going to compare the center results. Really what we're going to be looking for here is we're looking for consistency between G54 and G55, and we're going to see that it's going to be at or under 1 thousandths. Okay, so we're going to speed up the footage a little bit here, just since most of you are pretty familiar with how the boss probe cycle works, and in the interest of time. So what this boss cycle is going to do is it's going to touch off on the left and right sides, then it's going to go and touch off the back and the front, and that's how it finds the exact center of what we're trying to probe off of. This is also a neat little trick to find the exact center of a rectangle if you're curious. So we have our first cycle here, it's going to find G54, and then we're going to run the exact same cycle without moving anything to find G55. Alright, as G55 finishes up here, we're going to compare the results to G54, and we are spot on. So that is the consistency update for this new touch probe. We're going to switch it over to the machine coordinates here. The machine coordinates are also spot on here, so definitely a big improvement. Alright, so for this accuracy test, what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to touch off the left side of our 1, 2, 3 with our touch probe, and then we're going to load in a mechanical edge finder and touch off on that same left side and compare the results. And again, in the interest of time, we have sped up the footage. I promise I'm not this fast at changing a tool, so keep that in mind. Alright, so we're getting our mechanical edge finder loaded in here, and the way it works is that the tip of the edge finder will spin a non-concentric with the rest of the body, and what we'll do is we'll bring it in slowly until it touches off on the block, and so that way the tip will be perfectly concentric with the body, and then when we get to our edge perfectly, the tip will break back out of concentricity, and that's how we'll know we're exactly at our edge, and we can raise the edge finder up and offset for the radius of the tip, which is about 100 thousandths. Alright, so we're comparing our G54 to G55, and I have not made my offset yet, so let me just do that real quick. So 100 thousandths to offset for the radius. We'll compare that to G54, and I need to center up real quick, so let me just zero out our X. There we go, now we're zeroed. Now we can make proper comparison, and we're within 0.5 thousandths compared to our edge finder. I'll switch over to our machine coordinates, see the exact number, and we're within 1/10 on the X. So vast improvement for our V2 touch probe in terms of accuracy.
Alright, now that we've run those two tests on our 1, 2, 3 block, we're actually going to load a plot into the machine and show the new touch probe in action.
Okay, so for this final test, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a part flip. So what we've done here is we've already cut the top of our part, and now we're coming in with the new touch probe and touching off on our cut surface, and we're going to be cutting the bottom half of this part. Because what can happen sometimes with our old touch probe is that there would be a seam from the top half versus the bottom half, and that's not really the quality that we're looking for. And so with this, we're going to be able to cut both halves and have 0 to very little seam. And we'll be able to show that off here. Alright, so I'm just inspecting the part here before I take it out, and it feels great. Absolutely fantastic. So let's take it out of the vise here and we'll take a closer look. Alright, yep, part feels great, it looks great. It does pass the fingernail test here. I can't catch my fingernail on it at all, so I'd say we're here less than 1/1000th for this seam. So much better, much improved. We're very happy with the finish of this part here. Alright, and that's pretty much the end of our demonstration. We've shown the increased accuracy and increased consistency of the V2 touch probe. So if you're interested in getting this V2 touch probe, what you can do is go into our online store where you can purchase the whole probe by itself if you don't have one already. If you already have a V1 touch probe, what we have is we have a retrofit kit that's very easy to install. And what it'll do is it will retrofit your V1 probe to a V2. That way you can get the increased performance. So thanks again for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.